Hello there YouTube, my name is Jupiter, or Jupes for short, and I've been playing a lot of this game Tower Unite. Apparently it's by the same people who made gmod. So one of the things you can do is you can make your own condo, your own space, and you can decorate it however you want, you can build stuff. It's got a lot of building blocks, but there's a shameful lack of tutorials on how to do all this cool stuff on YouTube, or even text-based tutorials. It's hard to find things that are up to date. So I'm going to show you how to do some really cool stuff. First things first, I have made this adorable cat. It's made out of a canvas statue with a sprite sheet applied to it, a hidden button volume around it, and a sound emitter. Now, that sounds complicated, sure, but once you get it down packed, it's actually not that bad. Let's get started. I'll show you how to do it. So now I've gone to just the basic condo. You can do this anywhere as far as I'm aware. Let's open up the canvases. You can do this on likely any type of canvas, but I know for certain that it works on the primitives. What I'd used for the cat was a canvas statue. Now that we have our canvas down, we're going to go grab the gif that we want to use. I've got my gif right here that I used for my cat statue, just to show you exactly how I did it. We're going to go to your new best friend, easygif.com/giftosprite. You're going to put the file in, or you can just give it the direct link, and that's fine. Upload it. And what you're going to want to do, first and foremost, is take note of the amount of frames. If it's a prime number, or it's an odd number, check the end of the video, and I'll show you how to fix that, because it will not work, because you need the sprite sheet to be a square or rectangle with no open spaces, with no blanks. Otherwise, your GIF is going to stutter. It's going to have like a blank frame in there. I have 54 frames, and I know that that's 9 times 6. So I'm going to type 9 into the columns, though it really doesn't matter which one I do. And I'm going to double check that this is one big square or rectangle with no gaps, and we're good. Now, this is very important. So you're going to copy image link, and then you're going to go to Imgur. And the reason for Imgur is that it keeps images for a very long time. It's pretty future-proof. So I'm going to paste the thing in there. And see, this is how it's supposed to look. And once you do that, you're going to add your title, and you're going to post it to the gallery publicly, because otherwise others won't be able to see the GIF. I've already got this uploaded, so I'm just going to go with the one I already have here. Now, you're going to take that link. It needs to be a PNG if you want any transparent background. So, now we have our sprite sheet. We're going to take that, copy. We're going to go back to Tower Unite. We're going to select our canvas. Edit. You're going to paste the PNG right here. And see, this is what it'll look like if you don't do anything from there. So what you need to do is, first of all, you're going to tell it that this is a sprite sheet. Sprite sheet on. Turns out the number of columns I originally used was 6, and so that means the rows were 9. I put it in here, and look at this. Look at them go. Look at them go. You can, of course, change the rate. Like, for example, I want this to be a good bit slower. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. And that's how you make that. Another important thing you might want to do is you might want to turn off display stand. You'll be able to see it while you're in build mode, but once you get out of build mode, it'll turn invisible. Don't worry about it. Now, if you want it to have a cool 3D effect, tell it to follow camera. And if you want it to be able to do shadows and lightings, you want to hit draw masked. Now, let's get out of build mode and see what it looks like. See? They're always facing the camera. And that's step 1 of how I did my cat. Now, this isn't all my statue had to it. My statue also had it be able to meow when you quote-unquote pet it. So first we're going to want to set up the petting function. The petting is pretty simple. It is just a volume. And a volume is something that makes me really disappointed that there's not a lot of tutorials about, because volumes are really cool. what we're going to do is we're going to go to hidden button volume, and we're going to drag that out here over top of our cat. And then we're going to click it, and we're going to go edit it. Now, I like this the spear shape a bit better because I can make it more scale it around my cat a little better. But you can use whatever shape fits around your thing best. So basically, you're going to want to put the button volume anywhere that you're going to want to be able to pet from. Like, this is a pretty good radius, I'd say, for this, because it goes a little above where their highest jump is, and basically, whenever somebody comes up to it, if they have their cursor anywhere within this field, it's going to show whatever you put in the prompt message here. Watch. Pet. Oh, and rate limit is just if you want to limit how many times people can activate the button once we get it connected. So, now, if we approach the cat, it says pet. But as you can see, it currently doesn't do anything. That's because we need one more volume to finish this off. So, to add the sound, what we need to do is we need to go into the Condo.io game objects again, and we need to look up sound emitter. And we're going to place that near or around the volume. I mean, it really doesn't matter where you put it, but I just find that putting it near it is pretty helpful. That way it comes up in the connections really quickly. Now we're going to click on that sound emitter, edit it, and we're going to take it and find the sound we want. Now, I want a cat meow. So for that, we're going to want to type in meow. Unfortunately, there's only two. But notice that when I hover over these, there's no infinity symbol. When you're doing a button where you only want the sound to play once per button hit, you want to make sure you don't have the infinity symbol. So, this is the one I used. Play once. We turn on play once. That's very important, otherwise it's just going to keep doing that. Soften behind walls is just if you have a wall in the way between it and a player, it'll like dampen the sound. Range is how far away people can hear the sound. Fall off is how far away the sound starts to fade out, I believe. Okay, now you could even set it to a random playback time, like if you want to give it like a random delay or anything. You can change the pitch to make it higher or lower, I imagine. And of course the volume makes sense. Now what you're going to want to do from here is we're going to get out of this and we're going to go back to the hidden button volume and go back to editing it. Now we're going to do something new. We're going to go to connections, new connection, and then we're going to hit the symbol here next to no item. We're going to tell it sound emitter, and we're going to tell it toggle. So now if we approach the cat, that's all there is to this cat. Now, if say you wanted to go back and edit the cat, but the volumes are in the way, all you gotta do, hit the show volume button over here to disable volumes, and then we can click on the cat again. There we go. There she is. Beautiful, beautiful baby. There you go. You know how to do something really cool that I bet you didn't know how to do before in Tower Unite. Stay tuned to learn how to fix your GIF if it's a prime number of frames or an odd number of frames. But if this is all you needed, then thank you for watching. I hope to make more tutorials soon, so just let me know what you'd like to learn how to do. There's all kinds of cool stuff. If you don't know if you can do something, you can just ask, and I can try to figure it out if I don't already know. People are lovely, and most people I've met on this game have been totally lovely when it comes to teaching me how to do things. And I just want to spread that love to others and make a change in the community that's shown me so much. I've had so many hours in this game, and I just love it. So, y'all have a nice day, and I'm out. Okay, so I said I'd show y'all how to handle the issue of having a prime number or odd number of frames. And see, this has an odd number of frames. Not only that, but it's a prime number, if I'm not mistaken. So we need to get that either down to 28 or up to 30 frames. Luckily, EasyGif has a tool for us. Go over here and hit frames. So with the frames function, you can actually edit the frames individually of the GIF. And one function that it has is copy. And for example, for this one, you could simply go down to 29 like I've done here and hit copy, and it'll copy frame 29 to another frame, and boom, you've got 30 frames. So after you've got your frames set up, you're going to go down here, you want to make sure that you have don't stack frames selected. This is very important for any fast moving GIFs, especially. And now we take this GIF that we've fixed, copy image link, we go back to the GIF to spritesheet converter, pop the link in there, and boom, now we got 30 frames. Now, all we gotta do is we can just leave columns as 5, since 5 times 6 is 30, convert to spritesheet, give it a second. If we scroll down, we can see that this is one even box with no gaps. And boom, there you go, you fixed your problem. Anyway, from here, you would upload this to Imgur and do the same process that you did for this. Keep in mind that this one has a background, so it's not going to be transparent. You would have to go in and edit that yourself or find one without a background. I hope this has been a very helpful tutorial for you, and I look forward to making more in the future. Let me know what you'd like.